All right, give me a minute to make sure this actually works. All right, we are live. Here we go. Big live stream here. So this is the first of probably many live streams and videos going into 2026. I want to get better at the Rubik's Cube. I average, well, we're going to see what I average. Usually it's anywhere between 24 to 26 seconds. We're going to do an average of 5 or an average of 25 solves right now. And we're going to see where I end up. And this will be kind of the baseline for me to improve on. So I use the CFOP method. It involves making the white cross, then doing the first 2 layers, then 2 look OLL, 2 algorithms to get the top all yellow, and then then a PLL to finish up. I know almost 1 look PLL. I've got like three more algorithms to learn, and I really have like 2 that I need to really let sink in a little more because I recently learned them. So, but I'm getting close to learning 1 look PLL. So the goal is I'm going to take some times and I'm going to come back to them at the end of every single month in 2026 and see how I improve. And I'm going to try my best to improve. I'll be doing this for the 4x4 as well. Not as much, but I still do want to improve on that. So I'm going to do an average of 25, and that'll be my overall time. And then I also timed each section of the solve. I timed an average of 25 of me doing just the cross, just the F2L, and just the last layer, meaning just OLL and PLL. So my average for the cross was 3.42 seconds, which means I can make the white cross in approximately 3.42 seconds, 3.24 on average, but that might have been a little fast. I feel like I did really good that day. For the F2L, my average of 25 was 12.63 seconds. And then my last layer came out to 9.55 seconds. So it comes out to like 25 and a half seconds, which I think is pretty accurate. But we're going to see right now with an average of 25 here. Yeah, it's going to be an average of 25. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of a warm up here because I am kind of cold. I haven't really done much. So let's just do a no inspection solve because why not? No inspection. That was, oh, never mind. I was going to say that was pretty good, but then it kind of fell apart there. What the heck did I do wrong? Oh. Oh my gosh. Talk about a disaster. "36 seconds. That was not good. So, like I said, I'm going to come back to these times every month and try and beat them. Hopefully I can. I'm going to try and be a little more strict with my training for it. I'm going to actually really try and go kind of hard at this. So what's my sort of plan? I will get to that after this solve. So let's just see what I can do here. That one's already set. Ooh, that was a nice little setup there. Fortunately, it didn't work out. $25 on that one. So to start out the month of January, really, how am I going to improve? My main focus is learning full PLL. 21 algorithms, and to really learn those and get good at them. I have used a training website to do each one, and so I've got all my average times, my record times. So I'm going to try and be improving those. But this month is really going to be about doing good at PLL. And then eventually I want to clean up some of my 2-look OLL algorithms, and probably at some point maybe start learning some 1-look OLL. We'll see when that happens. And then, of course, F2L and inspection, I just got to get better at that. That's going to be a never-ending process. But right now the focus this month is going to be on PLL. I think with like 3 more algorithms to learn, I just have the GB, GEC, and GD perms. And then I'm still working on really hammering in the GA perm and the V perm. But, it's like, overturned, but 3.5 seconds on that V perm. Let's try it again. But, oh gosh, that was sloppy, 4.4. But, I didn't even start the timer on that one. Let's try that again. .2 on the NB perm. So yeah, just got to get better. I'm kind of cold right now, so I gotta. So my solves right here today might actually not be that good. So let's just do another practice one quick. .25. So yeah, I don't really have a goal for this session, but because this is just going to be the baseline. So yeah, I guess that's the plan. Because I want to get sub 20. I want to get a sub 10-second solve at some point in my life. But I got to get a lot better if I want to do that. My all-time best single solve time is 14.86 seconds. So yeah, I'm going to get a drink of water, and then we may as well get right to it. So I am also getting a new timer, actually. That should show up in the next day or two, I think. But let's go to 3x3. And let's get this average of 25 underway. That should be a good view. Yep. I think my fastest one I've ever done on stream is like 19 seconds or something like that. So here we go. Let's get to it. Average of 25. And when it comes to this, even though if I'm at a point where I don't know an algorithm all that well, I'm still going to use it in the solve, even in this average, just because I'm not going to sacrifice learning the algorithm just to get a good time in something that really, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. So here we go. Solve 1. G-perms. 24.46. That was a pretty good solve, actually, but his G-perm kind of messed me up and slowed me down because I do not know that G-perm yet, so I did 2-look that one. But the F2L was pretty good, actually, for me at least. Here we go, solve 2. No, that's not it. That's not it. Crap. come on. Stupid turn messed me up. 24,055. 24,006. Should have been faster, but yeah, stupid. I accidentally did a wide turn when I meant to not, and I got caught on it. That wasted like a second or two. But it's probably good if I kind of do poorly here today for my very first one. But still want to get a good solve or two here and there, obviously. I think I got this one. It took me too long to recognize the JB perm, but that was still a good solve. 2202. But had I done that better, that had a chance to be sub 20. I think the key to getting a good average of 25 is just not making mistakes, honestly. Here we go. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. I really hope I don't jinx myself because this is a great scramble. What can I say? 18.9. That was probably the best solve I've ever done on camera, but I feel like I was so slow. I could have probably done a second or two better, but I will take that. 18 seconds. That's the range of where I want to be. So if only I could do that every single time. But so that's a good. We're off to a solid start here at least. So let's keep that up. Here we go. Okay, that's kind of weird, but let's go for it. Oh, I kind of messed that up, I think. Still saved it, though. Or maybe not. $28.08. That was kind of a weird one. I was like, I thought I was doing good, but then it just wasn't. So that's my worst solve of the day. So my average of 5 through the first 5 solves is 23.51 seconds. That's pretty good. Okay. Crap. Oh, that could have been good. I blew it. Absolutely blew that. $23.38. $23.38. Not bad at all, but could have been better. All right, on to the next one. My turning is slow. But I feel like most of my F2Ls have been pretty good. This is an iffy one. Where is that? Yikes. Bad F2L, bad F2L. And a cheaper. This is going to be the slowest time of the day, isn't it? 29.95. Yikes. All right. Let's try and do better than that. Ooh. Where is it? There it is. Oh no. What the heck did I just do? Now I'm really thrown off. What the? $39.8. I'm falling apart right now. Oh my gosh. This is two terrible solves in a row. And that was a good cross too. But I messed up the F2L and that just threw me off. And these are the mistakes you can't be having. So let's see. Oh, it's kind of weird, but let's do it. $25.66. That was off to such a good start, but these next few solves have just been awful. Here we go. Oh. 22.86. That was an OLL skip. That's really rare. That's like a 1 in 200 chance. So that was pretty interesting. That bailed me out on that solve because that was going to be a bad solve otherwise. Still happy I got that 18 though. That was a pretty good one. $24.76. almost halfway. Okay. Ah. 2660. It was a GA perm. I accidentally skipped it. That was instinctual. I got to get used to not doing that. I got to actually do it. So that was a mistake on my end. That was just instinct. So. All right. Yep, let's do that. Spent like 2 seconds doing the AUF at the end. 24.55. I used to hate the E-perm. I don't mind. It's kind of a weird alg to do, but it's easy to remember. I am starting to get a little faster at it, but all right. What do we get here? Is that there? $24.13. Oh my gosh, that had a chance to be sub 20. I kind of locked up there on the NA perm, and then had a dot case, or almost had a dot case on the OLL. But that was a really good start to that solve. If only I could capitalize on it. This could be maybe good. $26.77. Ah. $15 solves in, 10 to go. That was a solid cross, I will say. Only I didn't mess up. You have 12 pair. Yeah, I keep getting these crappy OLL cases. Why? And another G perm. 27.23. This is just ugh. So many G perms and bad OLLs. But if I can get the G perms learned, then in my next one, I should be able to do really good, hopefully. Put another pair of Marlin slot. I've done that so many times. Oh my gosh, I just skipped it again. What am I doing? 27.95. I just skipped another GA perm. Oh my gosh. There you go. I can still do it, but I'm just skipping it in the solves for some reason, which I really should not be doing. Because now is the time I need to be doing it in solves so I can learn it better. I should be like penalizing myself if I do that, but it'll be pretty much too late now. Oh my gosh, turn. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh my gosh. This is just atrocious. What is going on with me right now? $38.8. I did the GA perm. I did the GA perm. But man, so much locking up, and I had such a good start to this average too. Now it's just all falling apart. Oh my gosh, I might end up with a 26 average. $24.42 GA perm. I can, even though I'm still learning that one, I can still get a faster time with it. That's good to see. But yeah, I really got to work on that GA perm and the V perm too, and really get that hammered into my muscle memory. $24.20. I feel like I'm just like a second behind where I'm normally at. 20 solves in, we got 5 to go. It's not looking good. $21.88. Thank you for the better solve. And okay, I'm mid 25 right now. I was really hoping to get under 25, honestly. 2416. 3 solves left. See if we can get this really low 25 at least. Let's try this. Where the heck is the... Oh my gosh. That was such a good start, but I blew it. $25.05. Oh, that was such a good start too, and I messed it up. 2 more solves, and we'll finish this first average of 25 out. $25.28, man. That was exactly my average is $25.28 at the moment. So, final solve of the session. All right, let's see what can be done here. Not there, 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one way to end an average. Oh my gosh, this is just a complete meltdown. Oh my gosh, I messed it up. What a disaster. 44.14. Please don't put me above 30. I mean, 26. It didn't. 25.55 was my average. My mean was 26.10. What a disaster at the end there. That sucked. That was bad. I had so many bad solves in that second half of that average. So I feel confident I can beat this by the end of January, definitely. Let me do one more here. 23 seconds. Yep. Sounds about right. As soon as the average is done, now that works, unfortunately. Blue. I had to think about that one for a second. That was 26 seconds. RB perm for the PLL. $27.5, 27.6. That was a good one. But yeah, so 25.55 will be my mark to beat for next month, I guess. Oh gosh, I messed that up. Let me just get one good one, and then we'll close this session out, and then I will get to training. Ooh, dot case. Should have sludge. $24.92. I want a smooth one. One smooth one before I quit. One smooth solve. Okay, I like that. Let's do that. What? No! Are you kidding me? That was like 17 seconds. Oh my gosh, that is so annoying. I literally hit the timer and I hit the reset button. That was like a 17-second solve, I think. Oh my gosh. I don't even get to see the time. That sucks. Ugh. $27, a bad 27. That's so annoying. That was like my best solve of the night, and I just, oh my gosh, I hit the timer wrong, and it just cleared it out. Oh man. Where is the, oh. $22.88 with a Y perm. Not bad. That was a pretty good solve actually, but. 25. So yeah, like I said, 25.55 average, 2610 mean. That's the time to beat next month. And I really think I can do it, but I got to practice and make sure I actually do it. $21,398 with the VPerm. I can't even remember the name. I literally sat there that was a 21 seconds off. I sat there for a few seconds trying to figure out what the heck I was supposed to do. That could have easily been sub 20. That's on the one. $18.16. I was on OLL at like 10 seconds. Oh my gosh. You give me a PLL skip there. That would have been a PR. That would have been like 13, 14 seconds. Oh my gosh. That's the end of the stream. That's a good way to end it. Oh my gosh. That was a great solve. But let me take a picture of that so I can get to my numbers. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna get to training, and then I will come back at the end of January and see how I do.